Welcome to the last episode of the Road Testament on
Fast Lane
Daily, and the last one of 2011. So,
because we're moving over to Drive.
so Road Testament will join Shakedown on Drive, youtube.com/Drive. You should go subscribe. If you don't, then you're missing out. Fast and Daily will go back to 5 days a week with Derek.
There you go. Everyone's happy.
Yes,
right?
and Road Testament will actually be hosted by Mike Spinelli next year.
Oh my, that'll be cool.
Very cool. But this year, as this is the last episode, we're going to end on something special. The best cars of 2011. I'm going to do production cars, and Leo, being the motorsports guru, will be race cars.
Forget the guru. Let's do race cars on our side. Where do you want to start?
Well, let's start with going to the intro, and then we'll go to the body.
See, that's why Spinelli's going to be doing this next time. Okay, JF, what criteria are we using for best car?
Okay, well, best car of the year. So the car has had to made its debut or released in 2011. That's first and foremost. And criteria, I think it has to come down to, well, which one we like personally, from a production standpoint of which cars we've driven. But for race car, I think you probably should go from winning and technology. I don't know. You tell me. What makes a good race car?
I'm going to use performance for sure. But I'm going to use what caught my eye. That was kind of a
different, unique.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
So right off the top of the bat, I'm going to say Ferrari FF as a production car.
And
I think the shooting brake concept, not even a concept anymore, but shooting brakes in general are uber cool. I think that an all-wheel drive Ferrari is something that, as you said before, off camera, you don't care what people think of you. It has a presence, and when you see an FF on the road, it is so badass. It looks cool.
They've got one in the salon, the Ferrari salon on Park Ave.
Yeah.
And really, you have to have balls the size of dirigibles and be comfortable with yourself to drive the thing. But it is a statement car.
Yes.
It's so cool.
Yes, very cool. So your pick.
I got to start with the obvious. Let's get it out of the way. How can you not pick the Red Bull RB7?
Yes.
The damn thing just dominated, and it looked cool doing it.
Yeah, I think the RB7, from a standpoint of Adrian Newey, he keeps pushing the bar, and it's not that he just is always one step ahead of everyone else.
You have to Google his history of F1 cars, and I swear to God, except for maybe 4 years, his cars won all the championships in the last couple of decades. He's done it all for Williams, McLaren, these guys. I've lost track. It's a statement.
My next one is going to be a shock to you. I didn't even tell you this one. I actually have to vote for a Lexus LFA, because I think out of everything Lexus has done, that car really has, and just seeing one on the road, the sound of it, and being in the car on the track.
Yeah, you're making it too easy for me. here's my definition of LFA.
Yeah.
Toyota needed a statement car to explain how they blew wads of money building a failed F1 car that made a lot of noise, never went fast, and never won a damn thing. So you know what? If I want a car to represent racing, yeah, LFA. Overpriced, not the fastest one out there, and didn't win a goddamn thing.
That's right. We saw one at Nürburgring, and that was...
They're cool. No, they're cool, and they make great race car noises, and it should be better than it is.
Yeah.
And it is different looking, but I look at it, and all I see is billions of dollars wasted in an F1 program.
Okay. Well, now pick your next race car that you like.
All right. Everyone will probably want me to pick the R18 Audi, but it didn't win a damn thing.
Yeah, it did.
It won Le Mans.
Yeah, that's pretty important, and I think anyone you ask about that series, they're gonna remember Le Mans, not the IOMC or whatever.
And unfortunately, my race car eye looks at the Peugeot 908 because that car was ultimately quicker, more durable, won more races, won the championship. Yes, the R18 had its day with that one strategy win, and the R18 that's being built for 2012 is fixing a lot of the flaws that are in that car. But I got to go with the Peugeot. It looked sexy, it was fast, and it set the bar for diesel technology to perform at that level. So that's my choice.
Okay, my next pick. Ready? BMW 1M.
Okay.
Okay, I've driven that car several times. I have to tell you, it is what BMW has always represented. It is a pure driving vehicle. The fact that the options, you only get 3 options, and that's what it is. It's a 6-speed manual. It's as simple as driving gets. It's an M3 drivetrain in a 1 Series body.
So I screwed up at that driving day we had not getting in that car.
Yeah.
But here's why I'm going to agree with what you said. Number one, I like cars that are small. Getting big with performance cars still bothers me. And the thing is purely authentically just a fast driver's car. How do you not like that? Now, I like the BMW Z4.
Yeah. Well,
Better.
okay.
And I love it as a race car.
Well, the Z4, I'm adding to my list. The Z4 with the 4-cylinder motor, very cool car. I think that BMW made a great decision going to the inline 4 turbo. That's going to be a hot seller come 2012.
Now, I'm cheating my list because Z4 is not on my list. If I had to pick an Audi, it's not the R8 LMS, even though that thing's won a ton of races. It's not the R18. It's the Audi TT RS GT4 we saw at Nürburgring.
Yes, and
this little monster was just mean and fast and so cool.
We keep referencing Nürburgring. That's because a special on Drive coming up on January 2nd. The first episode of Drive is your episode from the 24 Hours of Le Mans. 24 Hours of Nürburgring, sorry.
Our episode, and it's the equivalent of the MTV Radio Killed the Video.
Close enough.
This Nürburgring thing will be our first kick, and it's going to be good.
Yes, it will be very good. My last pick, I think you may hate this, but it's going to be the Lotus Evora S.
Okay.
I love driving that car. I did two laps or whatever it was at Monticello. I think it looks great. I hate the interior, but it's a very, very good car, and Lotus doesn't get enough credit.
I got an email from the guy that went for a ride with me in the Lotus Evora at the track, Gary from Fox Car Report.
Yes.
And he wrote a very complimentary email saying, boy, it was amazing you went balls out from the first corner. I'm cheating the truth because the damn car is so easy to drive fast, and you can immediately feel the limit. So I agree with you. It probably priced more than it should.
Yeah, it's a little too expensive.
The interior's a little wonky. The fucking car feels great. I mean, it just was a ball to drive fast and easy to get to the limit.
Your last pick for race car? 2011, last pick.
There are so many, but I'm gonna pick on my friend's GM.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna pick on my friend's GM, and it ain't the Corvette. It's the Cruise World Touring Car Championship car, and the fact that Cruise has got Tim Allen doing the Schwami family stuff here in the U.S., and they're not promoting it as a race car, where in Europe the damn thing is well built, turbo, and winning. There you go.
Pretty unique pick from you.
I don't know what to say.
Whatever.
That's what came to mind. Those are the cars.
So that finishes up Road Testament on Fastlane Daily. Be sure to go over to youtube.com/drive. We're going to have a little introduction episode next week before the new year. And then January 2nd, the 24 Hours of Nürburgring special. It's about 13 minutes long at this point. We'll make it a little longer.
I'm not editing it. But I got to tell you, it was a great trip. There's a lot there to show you. And it's more than just his glamour shots of great race cars, which are in there. There was a whole story about how that place really comes to life.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the time here on Road Testament.
Well, you're going to be back for next year, just not with me.
Well, we'll see.
Thank you, Leo.
Ciao. Happy holidays.
We're living in a